You are not lazy, my friends. Absolutely not. There's another reason why you cannot do the things that you want to do, why you're not making the progress towards your goals that you want to be making. And in this video, I'm going to cover the two main reasons why most people default to inactivity. And guess what? If you are the right type of person, this is fantastic fucking news for you. You're gonna crush it. So make sure you watch this video until the end. Give it a quick thumbs up and leave me a comment below with what your goals currently are. Hey, I'm Mike from The Unchanged Life. Glad to have you here, and let's dive right into this topic. So there are two main reasons why we cannot by default take the actions we really want to take. And they are evolutionarily. People have existed for about 200,000 years. And guess what? Our brains have evolved over those periods. Back in the days, food was scarce, and so we didn't have the energy intake we have available today. In the same time, we also needed to hunt for our food instead of just like opening our phone and ordering Uber Eats, right? And so there's a balance here. And so what your mind does is your mind does not want to expend any energy if it's not absolutely crucial to your survival. So guess what? Going to the gym. That's expending energy that is not crucial for your survival, right? And so maybe working hard after your job, right? That's again expending more energy than needed. Your mind hates that. So that's the first thing. Second thing then is that your mind hates the unexpected and the unknown, right? So back in prehistoric times, if you went into a random cave, there could be saber-toothed tigers there, right? So people would automatically, like by default, stick to their own little village, their little known areas, because that's safe, right? What is working towards bigger goals gonna do? What it's gonna require from you? It's gonna require you to do new things. It's gonna require you to do the things you have never done before. It's gonna require you to go to heights you've never been to. Your mind fucking hates that. So even if you hate your life right now, your mind hates new things even more. So these are the two reasons why most people cannot take action. And guess what? It's fantastic news for you if you're watching this video. It is fantastic news because guess what? Most people are in a fucking derp state, right? They are not living up to their true potential. So if you can embrace the things I'm going to share with you next, you will crush it. So we also as people have what we call the neocortex. It's the newer part of our brain with which we can think rationally. And so guess what? Your default is inactivity, but you can override this. And how do you do this? At first, it's going to require all of your willpower, all of your discipline. It's going to require that. So literally, at first, it means you actually drag yourself by the hair, pull yourself in front of the computer, or put on your working clothes to do the right things. So that's the first thing. So like there are some nuances to this, but that's the first crucial element. And if you want to learn how to build better habits in your life, I'll leave a link below this video where you can get an absolutely free training with the #1 way in which to build new habits. And so for that, first of all, again, get yourself going. Move yourself out of the way. And guess what? Here's the thing about fear. The longer you sit still, the longer you stay in inactivity, the worse your fear gets. So here's the thing. Yes, it will be difficult, but it will only be difficult for a short period of time. Because guess what? Once you have done something 5 times or 10 times, now you are aware of what's going on, right? You know the activity. It's not that scary anymore because it's not in the unknown. So you need to go from like all of the things to do for your goals being unknown to slowly moving those things to you being familiar with them. And guess what? As you do it more often, it becomes easier and easier and easier. Like the more you do the right things, the more you take action, the easier it becomes to take action the next time. And so here's one crucial element that you need to add in for this. And that is celebrating your wins. So if you right now are like going to the gym today, right? What I want you to do mentally is be like, okay, I'm doing this for getting at the best shape of my life, right? You want to link the rewards in the future to your activity today. You want to celebrate yourself for taking the right actions. And as you do that, you are literally just creating a surge of dopamine. And that's your reward hormone. It's your hormone for motivation as well. So the more of your dopamine receptors you have, the better, right? People think that social media is a bad thing because like dopamine is terrible, right? Dopamine is a good thing. Without it, you would not be inclined to do literally anything at all. Let that sink in for a moment. So you need more dopamine, but you need to get it from the right things. And so for that, it's crucial to link behavior, the thing you do. Maybe it's working out, maybe it's just working on your goals, on your side hustle. Maybe it's reading a book. You need to link that behavior to the rewards in the future. Because guess what? The more time there is between when you do the thing and when you see the results, the worse it is for your mind mentally. Because it only sees the pain side of taking action. It doesn't see the benefit in the future yet. So you link the two together. You take massive action. You push yourself out of your fucking comfort zone. Right? So many people are just coping through life instead of taking the actions to create the life they want. Right? So really take this to heart. Yes, it's going to be difficult at first. And guess what? Most people are not doing this. Most people are not taking the actions they really need and want to take. So if you can be the one to get out of that autopilot, right? It's turning off the autopilot and saying like, no, I'm not going to be derping around right now. I'm going to go to work. And you drag your ass to your computer or to the gym and you take the actions. Now you can change your life. Without that control over yourself, which by the way, we all are capable of, but most people never actually take that control. They let their autopilot systems run them. So it's literally snapping yourself out of your old behavior. It is literally taking the uncomfortable actions and getting comfortable with it. So here's a question I want to ask you. Would you rather have, on a level of 1 to 10, a pain level of 6 for your entire life? Or would you rather have a 10 right now for the next few months? And then maybe a 1 or 2 for the rest of your life onwards? Which one would you rather have? That's the question for you. And I think the answer should be obvious. So it's literally breaking yourself out of autopilot state. It's going to require discipline. It's going to require willpower. But you've got that in you already. You just need to exercise it. You just need to stop that derp state. Stop the automatic state, the default of inactivity. You need to actually be aware of this and be like, okay, this is what's happening. This is what my mind is doing to me. I'm not gonna fucking take this. I'm gonna take the actions anyway. I'm gonna do this anyway. I'm gonna do the uncomfortable things. And guess what? The more you do that, the easier it becomes. And so to help you with this, I'm gonna give you a challenge from this book I just finished, 12.5 by Gary Vaynerchuk. If you haven't read it, go and pick it up on Amazon or your local bookstore. Because this thing here is a life changer. So here's the challenge. First of all, if you don't know how to do push-ups, go to YouTube and search for a video on how to do them properly. Then what you're going to do on day 1 is you're going to do push-ups as many as you can in a row. And then you're going to shoot a video. You're going to post to all your social media platforms to have some accountability. And then every day for 55 days, do as many push-ups as you can. And this is literally an exercise just to train your discipline, to train your tenacity, to train your willpower. And if you can do this, if you can get yourself to do push-ups every day, which by the way your mind hates because it's expending energy unnecessarily. If you can override that automatic behavior, you can literally do anything. And literally what you are doing with this is you're training your discipline. You are training yourself to take the uncomfortable actions. And so that's so crucial. And so literally that's the key thing here. We all default to doing nothing. We all default to the easiest thing possible. So if you are willing to override that behavior of your own, override the inactivity, override the fear of failure, the fear of the unknown, override that consciously, which you by the way can. If you can do that, you will go way further, way faster than anyone else, because most people are just coping through life. So if you like this, if this resonates with you, go ahead, give this video a quick thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video.